My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey folks, welcome back. Today we got a special guest zooming in from California. Amy Yoshimitsu is a very experienced real estate entrepreneur. She's been in and around real estate since the early 2000s. She saw the go-go times before the big crunch in 08, 09. She did a lot of things up until that and then afterwards as well. And then these days, very, very passionate about helping other real estate entrepreneurs, especially around the legal side of things. So Amy, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Thank you. I'm so happy that you had the time to invite me and set up this thing.
My pleasure. So Amy, maybe start off with, give us a little snapshot of what does real estate investing and what does your portfolio look like right now, mid 2024? What kind of properties do you have in the portfolio? Where are they typically located? Are you still actively investing? That sort of thing.
Okay. Well, like you said, we started investing in 2003. The market was really great. We started off with single families and then progressed to multiplexes. So started off with small triplexes, fourplexes, we had several, and then we went to multifamily apartments, 10-unit apartment. Yeah. So right now we were the buy and hold. I always joke around that we're property hoarders because we don't like to get rid of anything. We just accumulate them as much as possible because we were in it for the cash flow, which is a monthly income to pay all our expenses and not have to worry about money coming in. And also just having equity. So if you have equity and cash flow, that's like a gold star in that sense.
Double whammy. So what does the portfolio look like right now? What kind of properties do you have in it? Where are they located?
Yeah, so we have single families and multifamilies here in California, Los Angeles, and then down San Diego way, and then a couple in Hawaii, and then Indiana, of all places. That's where
that's quite spread out. So you got California, Hawaii, and Indiana.
Yeah, we were in a lot more other states. We were in Michigan, Kansas City, Utah, and it was a lot more challenging just because it's so far away. And we had to rely 100% of management companies, which again, in the beginning, we got taken advantage of and things like that. Yeah. And so we had less control with when they would rent it, whether they were keeping it up and stuff. So we sort of dissolve a lot of those out-of-state one, except for Indiana, because we used our money from our retirement, account to fund that property. So that's one's cash flowing. So it's bringing us more income than if we had set it in a 401k or any of the mutual funds and stocks. So it's kind of money just sitting there, just growing equity as well as cash flow.
So more or less, how many rental units do you have right now in the portfolio creating cash flow for you guys? And when you say we,
my partner and I, yeah.
Okay, very good.
So my girlfriend and I started, and then we had a couple other partners, one of whom was a realtor. So he really helped us with our California properties. So we did 30 transactions with him in California, buying and selling. So he was kind of like our mentor, which everyone should have, because that's the way you learn. You don't want to make all your mistake yourself and then try to figure it out. It's better to have a mentor who's gone through that, right? And then you kind of, your acceleration learns. So we kind of learned everything from drywalling, changing the toilet. Maybe so we were hands-on with the contract as well, so we could learn. And right now we have about 19. It's doors. So apartment is 10, so we consider it at 10 because income producing things. So there's about,
So you got 19 rental units.
Income's
altogether.
Coming. Yeah.
Nice. Now, do you and your partner focus on like mortgage pay down, or are you really focused on keeping the cash flow as high as possible so that you're not too worried about paying off the mortgages on these properties? What's kind of your philosophy around that, Amy?
The whole thing about buy and hold is for long-term wealth. Cash flow is to keep you afloat.
Yeah. Pay the bills.
Pay the bills, go have fun, go vacation, whatever, not have to worry about that income because it comes in, right? Income while you're asleep. So money comes in because the tenant pays their rent. long-term wealth because it builds equity. Here in California, Hawaii equity has soared. We tripled our money that we had originally invested in because we buy and hold, and we don't really cash out a lot of money. So pretty much high equity, low debt.
Now, have you just kind of let the equity build up naturally with mortgage pay down over time, or do you
Yes.
focus on paying accelerating the mortgage pay down?
A little bit of both. So we have mix
Mhm.
and match. Some of them we just mortgage pay down, right? Let the tenants pay the mortgage. Anything extra is gravy for us.
Yeah.
And then we also pay a little bit extra for the mortgage. So less interest and money going to the bank.
Yeah. No, exactly. Because if for you and your partner this is your long-term retirement plan, then it's kind of the best of both worlds, right? You've got
Right.
massive equity in these properties, and the quicker you pay off those mortgages, the higher your cash flow is.
Right. So
Yeah.
we have four free and clear.
Nice.
Yeah. And the other
Especially if those are
ones,
California and Hawaii properties, that's pretty awesome.
yeah. And a lot of it is like 50% almost loan to value at this point.
Yeah. Very good.
So high
Okay,
equity.
and so a nice steady Eddie conservative approach to building cash flow and building up wealth. That's fantastic. Now I understand you and your partner also developed a bit of a passion around the legal side of things. How did that come to be? Where did you kind of where did that get sparked originally, Amy?
Yeah, so we still are going to investment clubs because there's always learning. You never stop learning no matter what, right? Because there's
Hmm.
always things that come up that maybe laws change or strategies have changed or ways to make things better to improve your cash flow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we came across legal services, which we are now providing at ladiesofjustice.com. But basically, we were finding ourselves paying a lot. Just for one attorney to review one page document was $500. And you
Yeah.
figure, wait, it's not rocket science. I didn't ask you to donate your arm and leg. I just wanted to get information to make sure I had this correct legally. Then we found the services where the legal service is just a month-to-month fee. So it's kind of like insurance. You pay a small monthly fee, and then basically you have access to unlimited legal matters. And it's all over the United States. So we were investing out of state. And again, to be able to try and find someone reliable, worthy, and of
Hmm.
course returns your call, because a lot of attorneys, if it's a small issue, you're on the bottom of the pile and they may not ever get to it because they have
Yeah.
higher clients that are paying. So we found out as using the service, I mean, we've used it over 100 times, not because we wanted to, avoid committing a crime or anything, but basically it was just preventing any issues from lawsuits or signing contracted document that got us stuck. Even loans, you could have them review it just to make sure that you're protected, whether it be a car loan, home loan. And then since we use it so many times in every area of law, we not only got to know some of the lawyers because they kept talking to us, the same one, real
Yeah.
estate lawyer, you talk to the real estate lawyer. So you don't have to worry about what area of law you need. And that saved us so much money. And we found out as we were meeting other real estate investors, they were also sort of taken advantage of. Sometimes they were signing documents that they didn't read. They just assumed the person giving them that document was up and up. And
Yeah.
so they would sign and find out there's a small print in there, by the way, that you can't get out of your contract. And you have to keep paying no matter what, whether even if you're losing money, it could be a laundry lease and stuff in your
Yeah.
apartment. And so they have clauses in there that you're like, what? I didn't know. But see, if you never read it and you didn't understand it, maybe, and you didn't have a lawyer review it, then you would assume this sounds fine. So we ended up promoting and supporting our fellow real estate investors so they don't make some of the mistakes we make, obviously, in the past, and as well as they feel protected, have peace of mind, knowing that they can just pick up the phone, talk to a lawyer, and get the advice or consultation they need.
Yeah. That sounds like a fantastic service. So back to the real estate investing side of things, Amy. So over the years, sounds like you and your partner kind of modified your approach to investing, and um, you're doing different things. Like you say, you're always going to real estate investment associations and clubs and
Mhm.
staying up to speed. So what what if anything are you guys kind of doing differently now? Are you like you said you got some properties in Hawaii? Are those short-term rentals, long-term rentals? What are you guys doing a little bit differently now than maybe 5 or 10 years ago?
Yeah, so we've only been doing long-term rentals. just because of the stability of that, because it does
Yeah.
take a money to repaint or clean and do all that stuff. And sometimes I don't know much about short-term rentals, but I'm learning that
Mhm.
one. So I'd like to, especially the one of the properties in Hawaii, to change it to a short-term rental because it's a great location. We have a lot of people asking, do you guys do short-term rentals? Do you guys rent out your unit? I'm like, no, but
Not
that's
yet,
something we're
but
thinking
maybe.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another strategy we've been looking into is tax sales. We thought that was a great low risk, high return. You either get your money back in interest in the money you spend, or you get the property which you can wholesale or rent, rehab, that type of thing as well. So that's another topic because we have learned a lot of different areas from wholesale, flipping, because we did that, not our, that was our intention, but we ended up wholesaling and flipping just because the property didn't make sense afterwards.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then so then we're sort of saying, what other areas can we do with real estate investing? Short-term rentals, good. Then we're talking about tax sales. That's another area. These are new,
Yeah.
so we're kind of using our time to say maybe we should explore that as an area because rehabbing, refi, all that stuff is intensive experience, training, higher risk, all that stuff. And we've done that. So we're sort of, if there's a really great deal, obviously, we're not going to say no, but it better have a high cash flow and high equity for us to even jump into it. Now that we can select, we don't have
Now you
to.
can be a little bit picky. You can pick and choose the properties you want.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, Amy, what are you for you and your partner? What are your plans for the future, for the next few years? Where do you see you guys taking yourselves with your current portfolio, or growing it, or just kind of staying in maintenance mode and paying down those mortgages some more? What does the future hold?
Yeah. It's a combination. One of the our buy and hold thing, right? Obviously, we can enjoy the cash flow, the equity if we need to take out any, leaving a legacy for our family to inherit, and hopefully they can manage it properly. Have to train them though.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise it's gonna go out the door. Here you guys.
Otherwise, poof.
Yeah, there you go. Inheritance, whatever you guys do with it. Oh well, but so that's one of the things. And so we're just keeping, that's why I say we end up being property hoarders because we don't
Yeah.
like to get rid of properties unless we really have to. And the other areas we want to kind of train and educate people once we start doing, getting learned more about it is the tax sales because we have money that's sitting.
Mm.
There's a lot of people promoting their things, but again, it's doesn't look as good to us if we can be picky about what we want right now. But if we can offer people a beginning stage as tax sales, it's almost guaranteed money in a way because your tax sales, you're just buying the property, getting your money back in whatever interest.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
better than letting it
tax lien
sitting.
certificates for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than sitting in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
You need funds for emergency for sure. But again, there's extra funds that's there, then that might be another option for us to build our wealth as well. And we can
Wonderful.
then get properties a lot cheaper. Should it go to auction, then we can actually get the deed and actually have the cash flow and the equity already built in that way.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're able to get them for, as they say, pennies on the dollar, that's what people are always talking about with these tax liens and
Yeah.
tax deeds. Fantastic, Amy. Well, this has been great. If people would like to connect with you and find out more about what you're up to and maybe check out this whole Ladies of Justice League thing, where can they go? What should they do?
Yeah. If you go to our website, ladiesofjusticeleague.com. There's some choices you can pick to get free resources and downloads. You can check us on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. It's the Ladies of Justice League. You might see some superheroes like the Wonder Woman and I don't know, Supergirl in there because the Ladies of Justice comes up. But make sure you add that league part, LEAGUE. Otherwise, you'll find out a lot about the comic book heroes.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Amy. This has been great.
All right. Thank you so much, Dave.
All right, everybody, take care, and we'll see you on the next episode. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now, at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.